The new recession.
100% probability of a recession.
We're headed toward a recession.
The United States is already in a recession.
Already in a recession.
Whether you think we're already in a recession or not yet, there's only one thing that matters. We're almost guaranteed to be in one by 2023. Recessions give you the once-in-a-decade opportunity to create generational wealth and set yourself up for the future. For example, real estate is one of the ways people get filthy rich from recessions. You can pick up properties at discounted prices within that few-year period and either rent them out for monthly income or sell them for double the price years later. Now, a recession won't be all good for everyone because there will be people who lose their jobs, businesses, and even their assets. But if you do have the opportunity to save up cash, then this can be the period to change your whole life forever. So with that said, here's my plan to get filthy rich during this recession and how you can as well. As I mentioned earlier, the number one thing I'll be looking to get during this recession is real estate properties, and not solely in the United States, but other countries as well. These properties will mainly be rentals and Airbnbs, but I'll also be gaining capital on the properties, so I may sell them in the future for profit if needed. However, buying real estate does require quite a bit of capital up front, so if that is not an option for you, here's my next target for the recession. So second, I will be looking to invest into long-term stocks for the coming decade. I will be mainly looking at dollar cost averaging into positions for blue chip stocks and ETFs such as SPY and QQQ. This option is much less cash heavy because there isn't a required amount of money needed to buy the stocks and can be done with as little as $1. Now, if you're someone that's more into crypto, you may do the same with crypto but at discounted prices during the recession. If we look back on previous recessions, the story has been almost always the same. The most recent one in 2008 saw property prices, stock prices, and prices of other assets around the world plummet. This recession could hit much harder as we are still dealing with issues like COVID-19, the first major war in Europe since World War II, and skyrocketing inflation all around the world. With that being said, you should also know ways to keep yourself protected during a recession. If your job is not vital to the functioning of the economy, you may face losing it during this period. People like doctors, police, and accountants are people who are generally regarded as having recession-proof jobs. So do make sure you have a backup plan beforehand if your job is at risk of being cut during the recession. We are already seeing many companies such as Netflix, Microsoft, and PayPal start to cut tons of employees, which may be a sign of what is to come. Now, ideally you would want to have a recession-proof job that allows you to work remotely, like trading or anything of that sort. If you have this ability, I would strongly consider moving to a cheaper part of the country and out of high cost of living cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco until you can save up enough cash to load up on these assets. Now, the third and final thing that can make you filthy rich during the recession is luxury items. I personally will be looking to pick up luxury watches like Rolexes at a discount price for a longer term investment. Usually during periods of economic trouble, people tend to do away with luxury items and focus more on the critical things such as housing and food, which can allow you to pick up these items for big discounts. So to recap, you want to be able to save as much cash as possible and strike once there is fear in buyers. Also, make sure to have a backup plan if your job is not recession proof so you can be ready if things go south. Make sure you take advantage of this once in a decade opportunity as we may never see assets back at these prices ever again. If you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.